All week long, we've been exposing the negative impacts the pandemic and other online dangers have been having on our children. And tonight, we're going to wrap up our Kids and Culture series on a positive note. You may have learned or heard of a popular children's book series, which is called the Tuttle Twins. The goal behind this book series is to instill pro-American values in school-age kids. And soon, they may have their own Tuttle Twins show. Joining us now is the showrunner of the series, Daniel Harmon. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Daniel, so I got my copies here. You know, you got one on the law. There's one on the golden rule. I mean, it's a great way to engage with kids in a very positive message. So, you know, how did you guys come up with this idea, and how did it take off?
Well, the idea started with the books themselves. Connor Boyack, the author of the books, was trying to find something to teach his kids about principles of freedom and economics, looked all over Amazon, and completely came up empty-handed. And so he ended up writing the book himself. He wrote the first book called The Law. It was a hit, and he ended up writing one book after another, and now there's over 2 million copies sold. So there's clearly market demand for this. A lot of parents really want to teach their kids these principles because they feel like they're not really being taught very much in schools or in culture.
You know, the Tuttle Twins may get its own TV show, as I mentioned, soon, and there's a pilot out right now for viewers to watch. I want to show a clip of it.
Hey, Ethan, I'm just $22 away from going to science camp next week.
And I'm just $120 away from buying that 3-foot gummy bear.
The Kids Club president gets to drink all the lemonade she wants for free. Now and always, amen. Amen.
What? No fair. That's stealing.
All right, in that clip, you're teaching kids about capitalism and the evils of socialism in a fun way. So what has been the response from parents so far on the pilot?
Oh, it's been tremendous. In fact, we're raising funds right now for the first season of Tuttle Twins for 12 episodes. We've raised, just with this round, we've raised $2.2 million. We're trying to get to $2.7 million. And about a quarter of the people investing are actually saying things like, I don't even care if this ever makes money. I just want this to exist for my kids or for my grandkids or for generations to come. And so the response has been huge. And there's a lot of passion behind this because there's no resource quite like it out there that really teaches things like free market economics and individual liberty. These kinds of principles are really being lost in society. And so they're looking for something like this.
You know, Daniel, Lindsay and I have been talking about this all week and covering some of the things that our kids are seeing, some of the things that our teachers are exposing kids to, right? And it's great to have a counter to this, things that a parent can put a book like this in front of them and say, read it, knowing that they're getting good, wholesome, pro-American, pro-capitalistic values instilled in them. You mentioned investors, right? That's interesting. That seems the way you're describing it, not the same way that maybe a normal show would get funded by, you know, a TV house or a movie theater. Like, how are you guys getting the money to do this?
Yeah, this isn't really a show that Hollywood would make, right? They wouldn't have much interest in it. It's being funded by the crowd, not like Kickstarter where you donate and then you get like a free t-shirt or something along those lines. People can actually invest in the TV show, and when it succeeds, they succeed. So as we if we can get a return on investment, which is obviously the plan, then that would actually come back to the investors as well. So it's a really nice way to kind of show how the market will support something like this. And again, they're not going to get it anywhere else. And I think the Tuttle Twins series, more than anything, is showing that the world is starving for these principles.
Yeah. You know, this week in our series, we talked about the popular kids game Roblox and the dangers of it, some of the things that kids are seeing on there, but the concern that when parents go on the App Store, there's no flags to say, we're teaching your kids about sexual norms or things like that. So is there a way that you all are getting parents involved to make sure that they know what they're learning on this potential TV show or through these books?
Yeah, so we're involved on Facebook and on YouTube and stuff, and we watch the comments very closely of what parents are concerned about and what they're wanting to have taught to their kids. And so this is much more about freedom for all, right? It's not, we're not getting into any of that kind of stuff that you mentioned before. This is really about teaching the principles of freedom. And we find that everyone actually loves freedom. They love the idea of freedom. That's on the left and on the right, but there's a big gap between the number of people that like the idea of freedom and the number of people that understand what that actually means in principle and in practice. And that's the gap that this show is really trying to close.
Awesome. Well, Daniel, thanks so much for being here. It's refreshing to hear that there's books out there that parents can grab for their kids that help them understand the world that we live in. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.